Gabe freaking Bondoc.
And after you guys have a chance of ask any questions, we're gonna have a question and answer session, and then we'll have a question for you. So,
all right, we're about to get this interview started.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
All right, Gabe, AJ, thank you guys for coming once again.
Our pleasure.
Yeah,
Of course.
So basically, we were just telling them like our theme for Filipino American History Month this month was redefining the Filipino identity. So like I said, like we have a lot of things that make us up as Filipinos. Like we have, like, you know, light-skinned Filipinos, dark-skinned. We were controlled by many other cultures through history. And we kind of wanted to, through our events this month, talk about like what, how we've been shaped as Filipinos and what makes us up as a Filipino. Like how we dress, how we live, what we eat. And I guess that's just what we're going to be talking about. And we're trying to get to know more about you guys too. So, you guys ready for that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
alright, so the first question we have for you guys is, where are you from locally and in the Philippines?
Right now, I was born in LA. I was raised in Moreno Valley, California, which is by Riverside, for those of you guys don't know. And my parents are from Manila. Well, my dad is from Baguio City. My mom's from Manila, so.
I am from Northern California.
Big from San Mateo, just outside of San Francisco. And
I was born in San Francisco. I'll just say random cities and see if you guys cheer. No, I'm just kidding. I was born in San Francisco, and then I moved to San Bruno. Then we moved to South City, which was right next to Daly City. And then we moved to Belmont, and then we moved. Now I'm living in San Mateo, and my parents are from Manila. They're both from Manila.
Manila?
So I guess another question would be, how did you guys get started making music? We all know you from YouTube. Sure, we all have heard your music before. How did you guys get started with that?
Well, for me, I started learning piano when I was 5 years old, and I was always forced as a child to play. I'm sure most of you guys were. Classical, I quickly broke from that. I wasn't really feeling classical. My dad died when I was 10. He was my teacher, but I just learned all the modern stuff on my own and stuff. 2004, I wrote my first song on the guitar, put it on MySpace before MySpace Music. Was out, so I was like through Real Player, like JavaScript. You know what I'm saying? So I was like figuring all these codes to put my music online. But you know, now we got it easy. We could put whatever on MySpace and stuff. And I got started on YouTube in early 2007. Just started getting really active this past year and last school year.
I started playing music in high school. I must have been like, how old are you in high school? However old you are in high school. I started playing guitar freshman year. Started singing freshman year also. Just because my mom told me to take choir, and so that went well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I just kept fiddling with the guitar, playing the guitar, and just playing the guitar. And the people, the groups that were big back then were like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. So I was playing that kind of music. And then I think it was like 02 or 03, John Mayer hit the scene, and I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. So I was doing that, and I was lucky enough to sort of know my manager at the time, Christina, who was putting together a lot of events. So I got opportunities to play out and play music at live festivals live. It's just like I was able to play out and stuff, and so finally when I gained a few listeners that way, then that's when MySpace started picking up, and that's when I got my MySpace music up. And then I signed up for YouTube in 06, but I never really posted anything until like last August. And so that's when it really started picking up for me. It's a real blessing just to have such a powerful thing. It's free, you know, if somebody wants to listen and watch for that matter, they can. So that's music for me.
Alright, cool. So I know you guys might have already answered this a little, but who are your influences or inspirations for your music?
Well, when growing up, I listened to Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like R&B was really the thing I was listening to until I started like in high school. I had this like pop punk phase, like Newfound Glory and all those guys. And then I was deciding like what way I want to take my music, and I was listening to Boyz II Men a lot, and then I discovered a band called My American Heart, and they definitely like influenced my voice, because I personally don't think that I'm good enough for R&B, but there was this Filipino guy, Larry. He was doing his thing, doing rock music, you know what I'm saying? And so he really influenced me, and there was PAHM and Gabe, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much been my influences for like the last couple of years.
Yeah, like I said, started out with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. And I was always a fan of JC. I wasn't so much Lance. Lance. He went to outer space, didn't he? Yeah, I started out there, and like I said, when John Mayer hit the airwaves, I was like, that's what I want to do. And then from then on, I was always really into the singer-songwriters, like when I was listening to Corinne Bailey Rae before she hit the radio, Colby Calais before she hit the radio. I still listen to David Ryan Harris, John Mayer's backup guitarist, incredibly soulful voice, and amazing stuff. And yeah, passion. So I listened to a lot of the underground sort of singer-songwriters, and that's why I sound the way I do today.
Very nice. So I guess like what we're all kind of wondering is like we've seen you like behind the camera, like in YouTube, but we want to know, or actually in front of the camera. But I guess what we want to know is who's the man behind the camera? Like, if you could describe a normal day in the life of AJ and Gabe without getting into too much penalized.
Okay, well, I wake up in the morning and I go on YouTube. Then Facebook, MySpace, Twitter.